there was an outrageous amount of Nintendo 64 source code leaks for all kinds of games. Luigi was supposed to be in Super Mario 64. There are spiritual successors in the works to Suikoden and Mario RPG. And Halo Infinite is supposed to be around for 10 years, apparently. If you want to win one of 4 Nintendo eShop $50 gift cards, stick around to the end of the video to find out how. Oh my God, the hackers hacked the system. I don't know how this works, but a while ago I reported on some Wii source code leaks apparently, or maybe someone hacked into some kind of system. I don't know what happened, okay? We got Wii source code leaks and like some 3DS stuff, and apparently they said it was a bunch of other stuff at the time, like Nintendo 64, GameCube and stuff, but then no one elaborated on that at the time. They was like, yeah, there's other stuff too. But here goes the Wii source code, which people were like, this doesn't mean anything really for anybody. No one really cared except for like people like in a hacking like the hacking scene of the Wii. But we recently, in the last 2 days, got a humongous dump of all kinds of Nintendo 64 goodies. Just the source code for like every big Nintendo 64 game you can imagine got dumped. Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart, Star Fox 64. The list goes on. Just go check it out. They're literally for everything. And people are, as the hours go by in the day, are discovering more and more stuff. Yesterday there was live developments on Luigi officially in the source code for Mario 64. His model is there. They uncovered it. They reassembled it. They were literally assembling it as the day went on. I saw updates of like, we got his head. We got his head complete. Here's Luigi's head. And they're like, oh, here's his body, blah, blah, blah. And like, oh, we're trying to put his head in the game right now. And then they put his head on Mario. And then boom, they got the full fucking model of Luigi from the actual source code from Mario 64. They have HD resolution pictures from the cartridge artwork, which is really cool, which I saved, which I'm maybe using that on the background of my phone or something. I don't know, it was really cool. All kinds of beta stuff, like just beta images and just amazing stuff that's really fun to look at if you're a fan of Nintendo 64 like I am. This is like really interesting stuff, like, oh my God, that's what Luigi would have looked like in the game right there. Even voice files, they're doing voice files for Luigi in the code and everything. It's all really fun, awesome shit to look at. As far as Zelda goes, we got Ura Zelda stuff, which was an expansion that there was going to be on the N64 DD, but that got canceled for North America, and then Ura Zelda got scrapped. It was an expansion, Ocarina of Time. Zelda Ocarina of Time fans they're crazy about Ura Zelda stuff. Hard for Games has done a lot of stuff about Ura Zelda stuff. You should check them out. They're great. I'm sure they're going to be talking about this stuff as well. They love leaks and beta and all this weird stuff like that. But lots of cool Zelda stuff as well. Tons of like hidden areas that we've never seen before and stuff like just from betas and everything like that. And Star Fox 64, we got the uncompressed voice files now for like, do a barrel roll. Instead of sounding like, do a barrel roll, it sounds like, do a barrel roll. It sounds fucking like I'm sitting right next to the guy, right? It's high quality audio stuff here. And that's really fun to see. A lot of people were freaking out about that. Like, oh my God, this is awesome. I'm like, I kind of like the digitized version a little better. It's got like some charm to it. And it's like, you know, nostalgic in my head. I just want to do a barrel roll. Like all shitty in my head. I don't know. But it is fun to see, very awesome to see. And like I said, all kinds of other games had leaks, and we're gonna get all kinds of information coming out soon for these. Like, oh my God, look, can you believe that you can see Mario's dick in this thing right here or something? All kinds of cool stuff like that. But I think this is great for people that do ROM hacks. They're gonna have all this source code files available. It's gonna make it maybe, I said source code, but source code, all this stuff available, maybe making it easier to make ROM hacks, maybe putting Luigi in the game as he should have been. A little side note about that, Miyamoto actually talked about, even all the way back in 1996 apparently, that Luigi was intended to be in the game originally, and I guess they did get far enough to have the fucking model of him and voice recordings and all kinds of other stuff, and they're like, ah, fuck it, we just need Mario. Get him out of here, get Luigi out of here. And then the L is real sign in the core. Everybody's like, oh my God, that means Luigi is real, blah, 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 blah. It actually just says Eternal Star, according to people that have looked at it and as best as they could with the leaks and stuff. So there you go. But yeah, like I said, really good stuff for people that make ROM hacks and everything. I really want to play some ROM hacks live on Twitch. I've been talking about that for a while. It'd be a lot of fun. And maybe we'll get some crazy ones out of all this, some really good Nintendo 64 stuff. And there's also, like I said, there was GameCube info leaks and everything. So as time goes on, maybe we're gonna get more and more and more. Obviously, we're gonna get more and more regardless, but at a fast rate at this point with all this stuff just going, it's like a waterfall of cool shit. So, very awesome. And there are 2 spiritual successors for classic RPGs in the works currently. One looks very promising, and the other one, not so much. But they are for Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Classic Super Nintendo game. I loved it. It was great. I played it many years ago, but it's really, really, really good. And people have been wanting a sequel to that. It was a secret. People want a sequel to that forever. And it's a Square Enix Nintendo collab. It's the first Mario RPG game there ever was, and then Paper Mario followed, and then we got the Mario and Luigi series. But this is the granddaddy of them all, and it's very, very, very good. And that is from a Mexican studio called Dragon Vein Studios, but we'll get all into that in a minute. The next one is a Suikoden spiritual successor. Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. I don't know if I said that right. E-I-U-D-E-N. E-I-Y-U-D-E-N. Sorry. I don't know if I said that. I'm sure I butchered that. But whatever the case is, there it is. This is from Rabbit and Bear Studios, and they are actually the original creators of the people that work there are the original creators. Some of them, not all of them, obviously, but the original team that worked on Suikoden went on to become Rabbit and Bear Studios. I think it's a relatively new studio, but they are making a spiritual successor to the game that they originally created. I think maybe Konami owns the rights to that. I don't know who owns the rights to Suikoden, but I've heard that it is an amazing RPG. I love RPGs, never played it. It's like a PlayStation 1 game. Suikoden 1 and 2, I believe. I think there's 2. Maybe there's even more. Like I said, I don't know much about it. I just know people have told me, hey, you gotta play this. It's a really good RPG. I want to play it. And I saw the trailer for the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter starts tomorrow for 100 Heroes, and I probably will back it. I don't know. The trailer that I saw looked really, really good. We've been getting kind of burnt on Kickstarters. Like every Kickstarter I back, I'm just like, oh, it's not as good as we thought it was gonna be. Haha, oops. Recently I backed Wonderful 101, or not recently, a long time ago, months ago, and I still haven't got the goddamn game. And it's July. I think I need to contact somebody because that shit has not showed up. But anyways, this looks really cool. It's made by the people that made Suikoden. They know what they're doing. The trailer was really fucking awesome. I suggest you go look. It's really, really short. There's like a 16-minute video where they're talking about it, but they're talking in Japanese, and I didn't see subtitles. I just watched the trailer. The art style was fucking awesome. Screenshots from it look really cool. Looks like they're putting a lot of love and care into this, so excited for that. Launches tomorrow. But then we have the Super Mario RPG spiritual successor. Boy, oh boy. Like I said, this is made from Dragon Vein Studios. They are a Mexican development team. I don't know if I said the name of the game, actually. It's Another Crusade is what the game's called. I don't think I said the name right. Another Crusade is the game. And the Kickstarter for this is already live. It's been live for days, maybe 8 days, I think, when I checked on Kickstarter. And like I said, it's a spiritual successor to Super Mario RPG, but it looks so fucking bland and boring. Okay, it has the gameplay of Super Mario RPG. It literally has the gameplay, but none of the character, none of the sass, none of the pizzazz. In Mario RPG, you have like all these awesome, unique, cool characters in the Mario world, and they're interacting with Mario, and you're like, oh my god, especially at the time when Super Mario RPG came out, you're like, what, there's this cool cloud guy now, and there's a guy named Geno, he's a puppet, and you got all these cool villains, and it's just fucking awesome. Like, it has so much charm and character, these little different people in the world and interacting with Mario. This is just a knight, it's a random knight, he's fighting like dragons and stuff like that. It looks like some type of like, just a very, very standard RPG style in terms of art. It's just like, oh, knights fighting dragons and skeletons. Oh, I've never seen that before. It looks super bland and boring to me. The Kickstarter goal is only $11,218. It's in pesos and dollars. It's a Mexican studio. I don't remember how much it was in pesos. But there's 25 days to go, and they are nowhere near. I think they had like 4K in comparison to the goal of 11K, but they have 25 days left, like I said. And then the Switch port goal, which is what we would all want, right? We got to get our Switch ports. Is $57,000. I don't know why. $57,525 doll hairs for that, which I don't think we're hitting, baby. Dragon Vein Studios, they're like, we love Mario RPG. I read a little bit that we love Mario RPG. We've always wanted a sequel to it. I'm like, well, this isn't a sequel to Mario RPG. This is just a game with the same exact battle system, and that's literally it. And you're like, well, we got the little diorama-looking battle screen. Great, good job, Dragon Vein. I'm sorry, I gotta be real. I gotta keep it real. I feel bad because like, they probably think this is awesome and everything. Obviously, I think it's awesome. They're making the goddamn game. But I don't think anybody's gonna care about this. Like I said, it does not have the charm or the character of Super Mario RPG. Literally just the gameplay. And then like the battle screen aesthetic of like the top-down view, and that's it. Suikoden, the spiritual successor, made by the people who made the game. It looks amazing. It looks great. This, not so much. I don't know. Maybe you're interested in that, or maybe you're interested in both, or I don't know. Go check them out. I'm definitely interested in the Suikoden spiritual successor, but the Mario RPG one, not for me. And Halo Infinite is a game that I am excited for. I like Halo. We saw the gameplay trailer. It looked kind of bad, but apparently it's an old build, supposedly, blah, blah, blah. You've heard all the controversies back and forth. It looks fun. The gameplay looks fun to me. The graphics are disappointing because they tout it as like, this is the best console ever. I was like, Shane, graphics don't matter. Well, then don't tout it as being this outrageous, ridiculously powerful machine that can do these graphics and be like, well, they don't matter, though. We could, but they don't matter. No, if you're gonna do that, I want to see this game looking fucking beautiful. Sorry, that's just me. I'm being fucking real with you. But I still am excited for it regardless. It looks like it's gonna play like a classic Halo. But what I learned recently, which I wasn't aware of, that is going to be the Halo for the next 10 years. They're not gonna be Halo Infinite 2 or Halo 6 or Halo 7 or whatever. Halo Infinite is the game for the next 10 years. That's what they wanna do. I don't know what happens after the next 10 years. Maybe Halo Infinite 2 then, I don't know. But for the next 10 years, we're only getting Halo Infinite, and they're going to add stories and updates and technological advances and stuff like that. Right now, it doesn't have ray tracing. They're going to add that in after launch, apparently. Chris Lee was the one talking about this from 343 Studios. He's the head of the studio, apparently. But he said they're going to evolve the game over time. This is exactly what he said. Halo Infinite is the start of our platform for the future, Lee said. We want Infinite to grow over time versus growing to those numbered titles going and having all that segmentation that we had before. It's really about creating Halo Infinite as the start of the next 10 years for Halo, and then building that as we go with our fans and community. And then he went on to say, like, not like Destiny and them do. They wanted their own thing, which I'm like, well, I mean, what do you mean not like? That's like what they do, right? I don't know. It's kind of weird, but he's like, we're gonna add stories in, we're gonna change the game as it goes on, change with our community, change with this and that. I like this, but then again, I don't, because I don't want to be buying story expansions and buying this and buying that. But it's great not to buy a full new game every year. Like with Call of Duty, you have to buy a new $60 game every year, and then even then even then there's all kinds of microtransactions in there. But you're not obligated to buy the microtransactions usually. Used to, they had DLC map packs and blah, 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 but I think all the map stuff and everything is for free. Just cosmetic stuff is for money now. But with this Halo Infinite, I'm sure they're gonna be charging money for story, DLCs and everything. Not gonna buy the game $60 and then never put a penny in after 10 years. I don't think that's what they want from you. I think they want you to buy the add-ons that are gonna come out for the game. We'll see. It could be great. It could be not great. Like I said, I'm still excited for it. I do like me some Halo. Call me a chat if you want. But if you want to win one of 4 Nintendo eShop $50 gift cards, all you gotta do is leave a like, comment, and be subscribed. You gotta be subscribed to win, and I'll be picking a 4 random winners at the end of the month from a random video uploaded to the channel in the month of July. Every video uploaded in the month of July to the channel is eligible, so get those comments on all the videos for more chances to win. I'll be picking the winners live on twitch.tv/FUGameCrew. 4 random comments from the random video that I pick. Follow me there. I do a lot of live streams. Gonna play some more Paper Mario tonight after this video, and I'm gonna announce the winners live at the end of the month. Like I said, if you want to just tune in at the end of the month, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, we have fun over there. So I'd like to see you there at some point. But if you want to look like this badass on screen right here, head to our merch store, FUGameCrew.bigcartel.com. We got shirts, stickers, mugs, all that fun stuff. Good quality, fast shipping, good pricing. For as low as $1 a month, you can really support the channel a lot on Patreon, patreon.com/FUGameCrew. We also have a join button down below where you can support us there, kind of like Patreon, but officially through YouTube. And all the links to that stuff is in the description below, including my personal channel, Cameron's personal channel down there as well. We're also in BitChute and Blair. Go check us out over there, and I'll see you later.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty. Thank you for your support.
Oops.